Welcome back to another video, everyone, where today we are looking at Han Solo, the pilot from JTL, Tarkintown. Yes, oh yes, in the last episode we looked at Han Solo from Shadows of the Galaxy with the Force Blue base. So let's look at another Han Solo deck, another deck I am looking at to take to my local PQ on August 30th in Indiana. So I'm testing out different decks. I've tested out some decks at Valkyrie Vault as well. I have done Quinlan. I have done Sabine ECL. And then my last deck I'm actually going to take to my locals to test out one last time is a Poe Dameron Data Vault. So we only have 2 more of these videos that I will be doing before I have picked my deck and I've gone to PQ and I've played it and I've seen how well I did. Do I scrub out? Maybe I go X1. Who knows? The future is always possible. So, without a doubt, let's check out the leader, the base, the deck, and then jump to Carabas for that all-important best of 1. Han Solo was the starter deck JTL leader that states on his front side, action, tap and reveal the top card of your deck. Then attack with a unit at the revealed card, and that unit have different odd costs. That unit gets +1/+0 for the attack. So the whole stick when you got the deck was that, I believe he was green in the starter deck, was that everything was odd costed. You barely have anything that is even in this deck. The only thing we have even here, as you can see right there, immediately the first unit is C-3PO, but we're running C-3PO for a very important reason because of Han's effect to reveal the top card of our deck. Since we know what the top card of our deck being revealed is, we can easily grab it with C-3PO so we can always cycle the top card of our deck into our hand. Han Solo then, epic action, once again being those JTL piloting leaders. If you control 5 or more resources, you can choose one. You can deploy him as a vanilla leader as a 3/7. He does nothing fancy as a vanilla leader. Or you can equip him to a ship as a pilot upgrade. Understand that he can be removed off of the ship with upgrade hate, Fisto's Ether Sprite, Power Failure, Confiscate. These things that are still very much in the meta that did now are taking down Kylo Tarkintown down a peg. Because Kylo Tarkintown needs to have all the upgrades on it, and if you can't protect yourself from upgrade removal hate, well, it's not a great time. And a lot of people are sideboarding to remove upgrades. So anyways, then he gives the ship as an upgrade of +3/+4, and then when played, for each odd costed pilot, including himself, attached to a ship, you basically get to restand a resource. So typically, if he's the only one that flips, then you only get one restand. But still, that's not too bad. A restand 1 resource. And we're playing the all-important. Everyone hates it. Everyone dislikes it. Everyone wants it banned. Tarkintown, epic action, deal 3 damage to a non-leader unit. So that is our leader and base. Let's talk about the deck itself. For the ground, we have triple C-3PO. Remember, when played on attack, choose a number. Choose a number, look top card of your deck. If it costs the same that chose a number, you reveal it and draw it. The good combo here is the first swing with a unit, trigger Han Solo. Han Solo looks up top card of the deck, finds out if the odd whatever cost it is, and then you can go next, then swings 3PO or play C-3PO, and then just get that card immediately to your hand, so it's really nice. We're running, of course, 3 Bowshack, which typically will not fail in this deck since most of our stuff is odd cost. So start 2 cards in your deck, return each of those cards with odd cost to your hand. We're always going to go for him for the piloting upgrade, so that way when Han Solo comes out, he can actually then help restand a resource. We're running double Cassian Andor for his smuggle effect. Triple Han Solo, the legendary from JTL that has ambush, and then when played as an upgrade, you may attack with the attached unit. If it's a Falcon, it's the Millennium Falcon. It deals combat damage for the Defender. Triple Plo Koon, triple Poe Dameron. That is our ground for our space, because that is basically where the majority of our deck is, because our leader is a piloted leader. We have triple Cartel Turncoat. Once again, if our opponent kills it off, they do get the bounty to draw 1. Triple Crackshot V-Wing. Remember, play this only when you have a fighter, because I don't think you want to do the 1 damage to itself. If it's played without a fighter on the board, it deals 1 damage to itself. Triple Mining Guild TIE Fighter. When on attack, you may pay 2 to draw 1, which is pretty nice. Triple Republic Y-Wing. Triple Wolfpack Escort, which again, when played, you can return a non-friendly a friendly non-leader, non-vehicle unit to his owner's hand. That can be C-3PO, so we could replay him, so we can trigger his effect again. Or that could be, say, we need to, that could be Cassian Andor to put him back into the resources to resmuggle him out. Because remember, he does come out active every time he's smuggled out. Maybe that's Boshak. Maybe we had to play a Boshak on the ground. Maybe we want to return Boshak so that we can trigger his effect. Maybe we want to return Plo Koon. Maybe he's dying. So just a lot of interesting things where we return it to our owner's hand, to our hand, so we can manipulate out again. Triple of the Falcon legendary from Spark Rebellion. Member enters plays ready, and then you can either return to your hand, or if you don't want to, you can pay 1 to keep it up on the board. And then we have triple Millennium Falcon, the starter deck card from the Han Solo starter deck that when you may deploy or deploy 1 additional pilot on this unit, so you can put up to 2 pilots, and if you have R2-D2 on there, you can basically put up to 3. And then then this unit gets +1/+2 for each pilot on it. So basically, we can only really give it a +2 from its effect because of Boshak and Han Solo. You could put both Han Solos on it as well. That there's nothing stopping you for doing that. And then triple Sanctioner Shuttle. Coordinate when played, captures enemy non-leader unit that costs 3 or less. For our events, we're doing triple Daring Raid, double Jam Communication, look at your opponent's hand and discard event from it. Double Kogarian's turn to ready a fighter or transport unit with 6 or less power, and then double Never Tell Me the Odds. Discard 3 cards from an opponent's deck and 3 cards from your deck. Deal damage to a unit equal to the number of cards with an odd cost discard this way. We will be able to do the damage. Maybe we get lucky with our opponent being able to discard, but most of the time this will just be for our benefit. That basically benefits us because we'll be able to do the damage, add discard 3 cards from our opponent's deck so we can slow mill them. That is our Han Tarkintown deck. Let's take it to Carabas and see how well we do. Today's match will be the Emperor Yellow. We're going to start out here. So once again, Emperor Palpatine is an action, pay 1, delete, defeat a friendly unit, deal 1 damage to the unit, and draw 1 card. Add 8 more resources, awaken himself, and we are deciding to play the yellow version of him. We're going to keep this hand. This hand is really nice here because we can go Mining Guild and then Crackshot because this is a fighter. Trying to think what we want to put away here because I would like to keep like the Wolf Pack for future use. I.e. if we want to play like C-3PO and then trigger C-3PO. So I don't think I want to get rid of both Falcons here. I think honestly, it's going to have to be the Wolf Pack. The hand's a little just really nice right now because we have the Falcon, which we can drop next turn, and then we can go Han Solo to pump up the Falcon for the attack, which is pretty nice. And again, we can also run the Falcon into anything in his space arena as well. So once again, as a reminder, on the Emperor's backside, just as a reminder, not thinking, man, maybe we should have put C-3PO out first. We'll do the Crackshot V-Wing. We don't take the damage to ourselves because we didn't have to worry about it. We could put a Plo Koon away. This Plo Koon will be nice once we hit 5 because we'll, if you can't deal with the space arena, we can win that arena very easily. So what's more interesting about everything here with the Emperor is that, as a reminder, when he awakens, not only does he do the exact same thing where you get to feature your own friendly unit, and then you can't kill off the super laser tech just yet, but okay, so we could put out the Falcon this turn. I think, honestly, we're just going to go for Han Solo. It's a 3. We can then give the Crackshot V-Wing to do 3 damage. That would be the exact same thing Aura Singh does for us. We can go 3PO. We can name the number 3. Oh, look, it's a 3. Who would have thought? We can grab that to our hand, and then basically we can do an extra 1 damage, and we can pass the turn. The Cassian goes to the resources because that's where he wants to be. But yeah, as a reminder, when he reaches 8 or more resources, anything that's damaged on our side of the field, he can take. All right, so this 3PO is going to die here. So let's do the shuttle. Let's take the Aura Singh. That way he has to put out a unit. And he just took my shuttle. No, he took it with Traitorous. So he took it with Traitorous. Ooh. Okay, we're going to trigger the effect. And unfortunately, that is not going to be anything good there for us. So we're just going to swing here. We are going to name 1. We're going to review and draw that. There's nothing we can do here. So honestly, I don't think I care about the Sanctioner Shuttle this turn. So we could just put out this Y-Wing and pass. The jam communication might be pretty nice here. So will the Wolf Pack. So swing on that. He kills the crack shot V-Wing. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's start with a jam. I guess we'll get rid of McClunky. Not that it was really going to help. The R-Sing was the only thing that might clunky. Oh, shit. I should have taken a longer turn to look at that hand. He does have the ability to kill some... go for the effect here. We could Tarkintown to kill off our own Sanctioner Shuttle, but I don't think that is worth it. Let's go Han. We're going to review the top card of our deck. It is a 3. So we're going to have the Y-Wing attack. Again, he can pay 1 here for the Emperor's effect, so he could potentially kill off the... No, of course he's not going to kill off the Sanctioner Shuttle. But he can. Right now, it's not... Right now, what's really good is that he can steal the Mining Guild tie here if he really wants to. We'll swing. We named 3 because that's what was on top of our deck. Hey, reveal and draw. So he's going to go Contracted Hunter to kill that. The Contracted Hunter will die at the end of this turn per its effect. So there's no reason to even dare trigger Tarkintown because it kills itself by its own effect. So, yeah, we'll go Mining Guild tie. We'll pass on it. Yeah, I know I give him back the Aura Sing, but I think I'm fine with that. We're going to then, because again, Plo Koon, I'm going to wait on the Plo Koon trigger. So we're going to go this. Then we can deploy Han Solo as a pilot connecting to there. We do get to... Right, I did ready a resource. He claims, so this is all my action here. And we'll just pass from there. I don't see any reason. Sanctioner Shuttle again. We're going to definitely keep that. We'll deploy this because we are going to pay to keep the Falcon up because if we don't, Solo just goes whoop back into this zone and dies. It's not Poe Dameron. Poe Dameron, I could care less about that because at least Poe can come back. We'll pay the 1 resource. We still have full use to bring this out. Unfortunately, that is a massive walker that just appeared out of the middle of nowhere. So we're going to have to go Plo Koon, trigger the ability to ambush to deal that 3 damage. He cannot pay the effect here, so the Emperor can't physically take anything this turn. So we're going to go Tarkintown. Let's just get that thing off the board. So yeah, kill that to deal 1 damage to something on my board. We go swing here. Swing there, and we will pass. We could put a cartel code. We will pay 1. I just need to constantly be sure I can think. So he took Change of Heart. Okay. Right, I forgot. I didn't have the coordinate action there for that. Well, I have a bad feeling that this Falcon's about to die. No, okay. We could technically kill this Falcon with this one, but I think honestly we'll just go bring out these 2, pass, and we're done. I mean, we just daring raid if we need to. This is a 2/2/2/6. He's in yellow, so he does not have like a super laser blast. Well, that does. Well, that will. Okay. Well, I was not expecting to have to see this thing. Well, no, we have Cassian actually, so we can just go daring raid. The Emperor attacks and we win with Cassian. I totally forgot. Right, we have Cassian Andor in our resources. He can't play any more. He can't play anything. So I mean, there's nothing he can do. I just bring out Cassian. Yeah, I win. Yep, GG's there. We got the win. All right. Well, we kind of saw the power of this deck. More like we saw the power of staying in the sky and punching our opponent in the face. But yeah, I mean, what else are you going to expect? This is why these JTL layers, in my opinion, still can see a lot of play. There's a reason why, if you kind of look at like the top decks kind of running around with like other nation PQs, store championships, like, yeah, sure, those PQs are smaller than like the one I'm probably going to participate in Annapolis, but still, like a 60-person like PQ is nothing to scoff about. That's still 60 high competitive players playing Star Wars Unlimited. And I mean, there are decks out there. There is Luke Skywalkers are winning, Boba Fett's are winning. These are GTL leaders, by the way. Poe Dameron, you have Han Solo. I mean, yeah, sure, there's upgrade hate to hit on these decks, but the problem is a lot of people are more or less playing ground strategies now and kind of leaving JTL's space kind of away. Sure, there's still those decks like Piet can still do stuff. I mean, sure, you run into another JTL leader can do things. So maybe that's why I'm so like interested in trying out this PQ with a JTL leader. Maybe because I think not a lot of decks are really respecting JTL leaders. Again, when we were in the JTL meta, everything was like disrespected JTL leaders. Confiscates, removal, upgrade, anything like that. We need to deal with space. We have to deal with the space. We gotta, get bodies up there to fight all the space fighters. Now that we're in Legends of the Force and everything's a lot of ground-based strategy, I think a lot of people aren't really playing a lot of space hate in their decks where they can't really do anything. Sure, the Emperor had his big ship, but we saw Daring Raid right here, and we saw Cassian Andor. So I mean, technically, all we needed was 2 Cassian Andors. So yeah, I think the Daring Raid and then the Cassian Andor really did help us there 100%. But yeah, I mean, even in that sense, the Emperor was still a deadly threat. He just didn't get his ability off, basically, so he really couldn't take anything like of noteworthy. But yeah, I mean, what else are we going to say? It's just a good deck. I mean, it's a good deck. We got Tarkintown to get rid of the big walker. We had Plo Koon to deal with stuff. I mean, it's still a deck strategy where if you're not respecting your opponent's space arena, they can get a hand. That's how we won. We won because we went for the space arena. We smashed our opponent's face in with the space arena. Now, why we didn't see much ground, like we saw C-3PO, Plo Koon, we didn't really see either the Han Solo. We saw Cassian for the game. I mean, that's just how it kind of is. I mean, that's why I think a lot of decks you got to respect right now. If they're playing Heroic and Red, you got to be respectful to Cassian Andor's being in their resources to win the games. You got to be respectful that this deck could potentially play Hotshot Blaster if it wanted to do something with Cassians or Plo Koons, or heck, even Han Solos or Poe Damerons, because there is still a ground presence here, and that Blaster just needs Cunning, 3 and Cunning to play itself, equip itself, and then once it's equipped, you attack melee with that unit. So, yeah. Nonetheless, it's a really fun deck, and I just like the JTL leaders. They're just a lot of fun. Yeah, I know that their sideboards are gonna... People's sideboards will contain Confiscates. They will contain Fang Fighters, or Disabling Fang Fighter. They're going to contain Kit Fitz's Ether Sprite. They're going to contain hate against upgrades. But, again, there are some leaders that's not too bad. Han Solo it is, but for, like, Poe, sure, get rid of him as a upgrade. I just upgrade him again. He doesn't, because it's not his epic action to upgrade. For Luke Skywalker, it's a lot harder because you have to actually physically kill off the starfighter he's on because Luke Skywalker can't be removed by upgrade hate. Heck, even like Chewbacca is still a dangerous upgradable pilot because of the fact he protects the ship from being bounced and from being destroyed by enemy card abilities. So the only way to kill it, you got to kill it by battle or by giving it a negative via like negative power or putting so much damage on it so that you kill it off. So yeah, it's very interesting. So I'm kind of on the fence of where exactly I want to go. Like, this deck is cool. Like, I don't know. Like, I love Sabine. I think Sabine is just a very interesting deck to play all together. And then like I said, I am a big fan of Poe Dameron because I like his mechanic of being able to pay 1, tap him, and put him really under a ship, so that way you're constantly always punching. And again, he's a space leader. Sure, yes, he does have some ground, but he's all about space. That's his stick. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, down in the comments on the Han JTL Tarkintown deck. Have you tried out this? What are your thoughts overall on the JTL leaders? kind of now picking up a little bit more momentum in the competitive scene in the LOF meta. Like, what are your thoughts overall that we see now more JTL leaders like making a comeback? Like I said, Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker, Poe Dameron, Han Solo, these leaders are coming back in the set 5 meta. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, as well as on the gameplay. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. I will see you next time. I'm on Dragons, TCG.